Casey Thies. I am a junior at Salina, and today I'm speaking for those who cannot. I'm honoring those who have lost their lives to a shooter, remembering those who have lost their sons, their daughters, brothers, sisters, wives, husbands, or anyone dear to them. The intention of this march is not to get all guns taken away or to repeal the Second Amendment. We all know that's unrealistic. This is America. I grew up in a family that uses guns for sport and leisure activities, a family that believes heavily in using guns for certain things. We are coming together as teenagers, who are also citizens, to stand against this awful and malicious epidemic that has continued to dim the hearts of U.S. citizens. I am not speaking because I have experienced the horror of a school shooting or because I have had to cope with the loss of a friend due to one. I'm speaking because I should never have to. I never want to. I am young, and so are the kids who have shown support and spoken out against gun laws and requirements. Together, I believe our voices have the power to create and inspire change. It has to. 17 kids died on February 14th in a Florida high school, marking the 8th shooting since the beginning of this year. The shooter legally obtained his weapon, went to his school, and killed 17 kids. This is where the story should end, but they don't. After the shooting on February 14th, CNN reported 9 more mass shootings that caused injury or death within schools. I believe fully that these shootings could have been prevented. In the event that a shooter would walk into my school with any type of gun, I would feel completely vulnerable, as would anyone in my shoes. I had someone ask me, what would make you feel better in school, safer in school? And I answered with this. If 1 or 2 officers a day walked throughout our school, I would feel safer knowing someone who has training is going to be there in the case that a shooter would come into my school. But as I wrote this, I noticed most of my paper pertained to schools. So what about public places? How could we prevent that? As I got to researching and brainstorming, I realized that mental health is not very incorporated in the licensing process required to obtain guns. Unless you are unwillingly committed into psychiatric care, your mental health records are not part of the licensing process. My own family members who have been clinically diagnosed with mental health issues such as bipolar and depression express concerns about their own selves being able to use guns. One family member told me, knowing that bipolar is like a light switch is enough for me to know I don't ever want a gun and I should never be allowed to have one. Our goal is to make it harder for people to get guns, but not impossible. Our goal is to make kids feel safer in a place they should already feel safe, and to make citizens feel safer everywhere. Maybe I don't know much about how laws like this are changed, and maybe I am just a teenager, as some may say. But this I know for sure. My first thought when getting assigned seats in class shouldn't be, well, if I'm close to the door, I'd get shot first. Or, this is how I'd get out if a school shooter came for me. The conversation has ended before it's even started. When a mass shooting occurs, we may talk about it for a few weeks or maybe even a month. Thoughts and prayers are with you. But the mass shootings continue. In order to make things change, to make this change happen, the conversation has to happen. And to end, I will leave you with this. If it were your child, your husband, your wife, your brother or sister, or anyone you were close to, would you be up here speaking to? Thank you.